Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy, I Sleep Too Late, and in this video, we are playing some pure Hackmons, or rather just showcasing Hackmons. And this is a set on Gen 7. It is Arceus. Hmm. Against Dusknoir, I think I'm going to use Nature's Madness. This is basically a fairy type version of... Oh, what was that? That was weird. Wait, how come that didn't work? That was weird. Oh, you know what? I think I missed because it's like, what, 90% accurate or something like that? Yeah. But we are here playing some Hackmons on Gen 7. This is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And we are facing, actually, this is Ultra Moon to be more specific. And we're facing off against a formidable opponent, Dusknoir. Hopefully we can do some good here. All right, cool. I was going to say, this Dusknoir is very, very beefy. But we do 2-hit KO it. We did miss the first time, though. And yeah, let's go ahead and see how we do against Mawile. We're going to use Nature Madness here. The idea of this set is pretty simple. In previous generation, in Gen 6, Parental Bond was very, very broken because you could use Super Fang and then you could do stuff like Seismic Toss or Nightshade to get like double the damage, because basically Nature's Madness or Super Fang halves your opponent's HP, and when you do it twice, it'll basically quarter it. And the fact that it deals like 50% damage doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because that only applies to attacks that have a base power, right? These moves don't have a base power, so they just basically have the full, like Super Fang just deals the same amount of attack, basically. Although, because it does half your opponent's HP, it does cut down on it a little bit. But yeah, that's the idea behind this Pokemon, is you're just using Nature Madness to put them in range. And instead of using Seismic Toss or Nightshade, we're just simply going to use a damage dealing move because of how good this thing is. Oh, actually, they flinched because we have King's Rock too. That's really cool. So King's Rock means that you have like a 10% chance to flinch your opponent, and because we're dealing damage twice, we get to have that activated, that percentage activated twice. Or rather, like, we basically get to flip a coin twice, if that makes any sense. A very weighted coin, I will say. Alright, let's go ahead and see what our next opponent's going to be. We're going to do this a couple times and see how we do. But yeah, this Arceus is very, very strong. I would definitely look forward to playing more of it in the future. Alright, facing off against Kingdra. This should be pretty straightforward. What we're going to do is... Let's just use Nature Madness. Oh, Protect. Okay, that's annoying. But we should still be okay here, because Nature Madness has like 16 PP. I really like the animation on it too. It looks really cool. And this is going to put like pretty much every Pokemon in range for one of our attacks at least. We're going to use Body Slam. This allows our opponent to have like, I think it's like a 50% chance to paralyze them. Roughly like 49, 51%. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and face off against Jellicent here. We're just going to do the same thing we did last time, Nature Madness. This one's a little bit tricky because it's Ghost Water, which means it kind of resists like everything, I think. All of our moves. So we might have to... Rain Dance changes things a little bit. I hope this thing doesn't have a hydration, because that would be really annoying. Or well, whatever it's called, the water absorb ability. I'm gonna go with Steam Eruption because it deals more damage in the rain, and also the fire move gets weakened in the rain. It's a little bit annoying that we got confused though and we missed, but let's try it again. Hopefully we can muster up something here. Cool. So yeah, Arceus obviously very, very powerful, having 120 base power across the board. And against Kingdra, we're probably just going to do the same thing. It is very defensive, but it's more special defensive than anything, so we can probably just use Nature Madness and then body slam it up. Yeah, effectively, our other moves are kind of like a Seismic Toss, although the idea is that it does more than Seismic Toss. You don't really need anything other than Seismic Toss, but I do like having the option to do other things than simply using Seismic Toss, because I just feel like these other moves are valuable in and of themselves, if that makes any sense. Alright, so we get that trainer down, and we're going to keep moving on here. Going to face off against battle number 9. I don't know if Gen 7 has like a limit to how many times you can battle before you're forced to take a break. That's one thing I'm not sure about, but let's keep playing and see what happens. I should also probably keep a timer, make sure that I don't go like way over time. Alright, so Bruxis, I believe, is Fairy Water or Psychic Water. So again, these water types are going to be kind of tricky, but we're going to use Nature Madness regardless. And this is going to definitely cut down on their HP, allowing us to almost guarantee a KO after Body Slam. Oh, and they flinched. Nice. So let's go ahead and use Body Slam now. This is probably going to just do it in one shot, I think. Yeah. Wow, having the ability to flinch opponents with King's Rock is really good. I think Arceus might be the best Pokemon for Parental Bond in my opinion, but I could be wrong about that. Let's use Sacred Fire and see if we can just simply 1-hit KO this Delmise. I'm not sure if we will. Oh yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah, we already burned them too, which is nice. So sometimes you do things like that where you don't need to use 2 moves when you can do it in 1. That's the beauty of this Arceus, is you can just like use Nature Madness if you really need to, or you can do other stuff. Let's go ahead and use Nature Madness here. I don't think we're gonna want to KO the Raichu. I think it's not like the bulkiest Pokemon, but there's a chance that it'll survive. So let's just make sure we guarantee it has it goes down. All right, Mystical Cloak. Let's use Body Slam. We get Stab off of that. It deals more damage than any of the other moves, I think. And it's just an overall really solid move. Alright, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, battle number 10, let's go. Ooh, we're facing off against one of the strong ones. One of the ex-Pokemon champion, I guess you could say. Is that or Pokemon trainer, I should say. Hopefully I didn't spoil anything. I don't think I did. I haven't played this game in like forever, so I don't really know what happens at the end. Alright, I do know that he's a trainer though. And we're just going to use Sacred Fire. This should do the trick in one shot. Parental Bond is like so busted. In Gen 7 it does 25% damage instead of 50, but even then it still is like just a lot of damage, right? So Decidueye is somewhat annoying, but we should still be able to 1-hit KO it with Sacred Fire. Hopefully we don't miss. Nice. Yeah, pretty straightforward. And then Ninetales, we should. Oh, this is a ice type. So actually, we should just keep using Sacred Fire then, right? Yeah, I'll just keep using Sacred Fire. Hopefully we don't miss. Ooh, Dazzling Gleam. They go first. That should be fine though. We're pretty bulky. Arceus is like one of the best walls in the game, honestly. And there we go. Ninetales is over and done with. And as you can see here, we capture the victory. Let's take a break. Let's take a break because we've played quite a few. We're gonna put our challenge on hold. I'm gonna say this moveset is definitely a win. If you want to try it out, you can always take a look at the card up on the top of this video. I get these cards from hackmons.com, which is a website that I created, so feel free to check out that website. I'll put a link in the description of this channel, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.